Message of love to Alcoholics Anonymous and public. As many know, alcoholism or drunkenness is not a physical, but a spiritual and from the soul problem. So it's pointless and useless to attempt to treat or combat it by physical and earthly ways, including, first of all, through doctrines and human forces. The perspective that I present may be different than any you have known and listened to the extent that perhaps you might be scandalized or horrified. What we propose is to discover the cause not only of our addiction to alcohol, but that of countless drug addictions and intoxicants, such as greed, work, food, television, internet, sex, sadness, anger, pride, hatred, and resentment, to name a few addictions. Brothers and sisters addicted to alcohol tend to believe that their only disease is called alcoholism or dipsomania. They have made you believe so in this misleading world. With all due respect, many of you have stopped and are not addicted to alcohol anymore. However, not for that reason are you happy and satisfied. Or are you? Let's analyze the matter. Why drink as we do? What do we seek in a drink? Well, aside from wanting to escape from ourselves and from reality and truth, besides wanting to fill our huge void, we're looking in alcohol for consolation, peace, and freedom, companionship, love, and above all, to drown away or disappear from fear, sadness, depression, and guilt that corrode our soul. And there are many other things that we look for in vain, such as bravery, strength, and courage. Now, this quest is definitely correct and legitimate. We all want to be free and live in peace and harmony, not sad nor oppressed. From where have we learned all of this? It's truly absurd to believe that alcohol can give us all of these things. We should know something real important. Alcoholism and drunkenness is a symptom and not a disease in itself. Our disease is not called alcoholism, but let's leave that for later. Many of you know that the beginning and the foundation of spiritual and physical healing is the recognition and the acceptance of our disease and not just one more symptom. This message is addressed to all human beings without exception, because those who are not addicted to alcohol may be of food, sex, greed, cinema, and music, and many more. But especially, it's addressed to the vast group of people who believe that because they do not drink and are free and are healthy, they are honorable, decent, and are not destructive nor prisoners. Let's go fully to the core of this spiritual disease we suffer, a disease that no human being or higher power can heal or set us free from. I'll put it in simple words. Within you and me and every human being, whoever he or she is, there's evil. But not only this, evil to which we are inclined from birth and that is within us governs and dominates us. Now you wonder, what evil do I mean? Let me give you a list of expressions and manifestations of the evil that's within us. A disease that besides all is slavery, meaning it's a servitude disease you cannot deny if you're honest with yourself. Beginning with anger, pride, envy, jealousy, lying, greed, resentment, infidelity, selfishness, conceit, sadness, stinginess, and possessiveness. And the list goes on and on. Perhaps you've found a way to dominate and beat alcoholism. But what do you say to the other symptoms of this enslavement? Have you managed to overcome greed, anxiety, distress, fear, and bitterness, to name a few examples? Brothers and sisters, our disease has a name, and this name, like it or not, is sin. As I mentioned at the beginning, this message is not for all of those addicted to alcohol, but to men and women who want to seek not only complete freedom, but a total transformation of your being. That is something more than just to stop drinking. Brothers and sisters, there's someone who wants to give you spiritual wine. It is the one your soul needs to hear. It's the meaning of drinking in a spiritual way for you to break your dependence and addiction to alcohol and all that which has you shackled and deprived of freedom. Listen with faith to these words of freedom. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread, blessed and broke it, and gave it to his disciples and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." Then he took the cup and gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you, for this is my blood of the new covenant, which is shed for many for the remission of sins." He who has ears, let him hear.